What's up, y'all? It's Elijah the Healer 333 coming back to you guys with another video. Thank you guys for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe if any of this information resonates for you guys. All right. We're gonna be moving on from where we started last time, guys, where we were talking about strength. I was able to get that phone stand that I've been telling you I was waiting on. And yeah, and then we have a little pile of some channeled information I was able to channel as well. Things that you guys may be going through as well, or things that Spirit has been calling me to do as well, right? As a chosen one, there's different types of chosen ones out there, and I'll go in a little bit deeper on that. All right. I'm not going to be playing any music today, just because I'm actually trying to work on coming out with some new music that I've been working on myself. So I just actually got a new microphone today, new equipment, because I've been trying to get it from my family, but it's been they're going through a lot of different things right now, and I don't want to wait. I feel like Spirit's really nudging me to get this music out as soon as possible. But yeah, before I pray in and get started, I want you guys to check this shirt out. I got it off of Amazon. It's Psalms 23, and it's got the 23 like Jordan, right? But then at the bottom it says, "The Lord is my shepherd," right? But that's a scripture from the Bible. I believe it goes, "Though I may walk through the valley of death, no harm will come upon me," or something like that, right? I read it like 3 times, but my ADHD, I already went over this with you guys. I don't have Adderall right now, so not really remembering and processing information very well right now. So thank God I have Google Gemini to help me go through this card right here that we pulled last time. All right, guys, let's go ahead and pray in. Thank you, Spirit, for our angels, our prophets, our ancestors. Thank you. All right, like I said, you guys can pray how you want to as you pray in. I know that I got a message from Spirit saying that you guys need to be praying in the way that you guys do as well, right? Meditate or pray as you come in, so you're resonating with this information the way you need to. Okay. So actually, at this long time, I'll turn that on the way you can kind of. So then I'm gonna take this off of me, guys, just so you guys can see the cards. It's not really. This channel really isn't about me for real. It's more about all of us as chosen ones, right? And the information down right here. So until I get a better setup, get my furniture and everything, where I can get everything in there, probably just gonna start putting everything, putting the camera where you guys can see everything, right? All right, guys, so moving up back onto strength, right? I'll figure it out a different way that so you guys can actually get a better look at this, right? Like I'm doing here, just kind of pulling up where you guys can see that a good look at that card, right? All right, put it down as I read. All right, so going back to strength, guys. All right. Unlike the chariot, which is about willpower and external control, strength is about inner resilience and quiet confidence. Key symbols and meanings. The woman and the lion. She isn't wrestling the lion or using a whip. She is gently closing its jaws. This represents taming our animal instinct, anger, passion, our fear, not by suppressing them, but by befriending them. Sorry, this slide is killing me. But by befriending them, with love and patience. Okay, hovering over her head, there's a luminescent infinity symbol, right? This symbolizes infinite potential and the spiritual nature of her power. Okay, so you guys may resonate with that, having a lot of potential, different talents. We've talked about that before. Okay, the white robe and flowers, these represent purity of intent and the harmony that comes when we align our desires with our higher selves. Okay, upright inner strength, courage, persuasion, influence, compassion. Okay. Core meaning, you have the soft power to handle your current situation. Soft power. How to apply this today? Lead with kindness, self-compassion, and endurance. Okay. lead with kindness, self-compassion, and endurance. All right, y'all. Pretty simple there. Okay. I'm gonna be moving through these this reading day a little bit faster than usual, just so I can get on my music. Spirit's been really nudging me to get back on my music, but I want to get this reading out of the way today, though. I'm gonna pull one from the Rider-Waite today. All right. All right, so I think I need to talk about the channel message first, okay? Because when I did that, it flew. I don't know if you guys saw that my arm was in the way or not, but this flew up, okay? So I just finished watching a tarot reading where this lady was telling me, and I've gotten this before, that I'm coming into mediumship. So this may be something that you guys can relate to as well, right? All chosen ones are different. We're all not into mediumship. We all can't talk to the dead or ghosts or people that have passed that have messages for us, right? But for me, I am. I've gotten too many messages to deny it, right? And that's exactly what that message, that tarot reading was about, was me denying it. Or, you know, I've never been one of those people that just wanted to talk to ghosts. You know, ghosts used to scare me, but God's given me the courage just not to fear anything anymore. So it's like I know I'm not afraid of them anymore. It might be a little eerie sometimes, but I know it's for a reason. All right, so just reading off of this, what I'm challenged right before I came in front of you guys today, the ones that have passed need me to tell their story. I believe I already sent many lost souls free to be with God. And like sometimes I'll just pray and I can feel the presence of other souls, right? You know, just noises and stuff like that, you know, things like that. And I'll say, hey, you know, it's okay. Let go of the past, let go of this 3D reality, go be with God now. I'll literally pray out and I'll say that, you know, tell the souls around me that are lost, that are still wandering around in limbo. That kept on coming up in that tarot reading I was reading before now. And I'll say, you know, go be with God now. Yeah, it's okay, you can go be with God now, right? And when I say that, I feel goosebumps, and then when they leave, I feel light as a feather. So like souls have been around me and I'll start feeling heavy, right? And then when I pray and I say, hey, go be with God now, it's okay. You know, you don't have to stay here anymore. I'll feel those goosebumps and then I'll feel light as a feather, right? So they went with God, they went wherever they got to go to pay the toll, whatever, right? Whatever you believe in, right? Martial arts, guys. I might have a lot of martial artists that watch me. I wish you guys can see this better. Pull it in a little bit. Okay. Got a lot of channel messages over here, yo. Let's see what this is. Yeah, here we go again. I'm channeling the energy. Okay, this cord cut this channeled cards right here, right? And this is the message that popped up. Okay, I'm channeling the energy of children that have passed on, some that are still alive. I promised them the ones that passed on, I will avenge them. You know, I will help people that believe in this and actually get information from psychics to find them, right? And I prayed with them, you know, may God be with you. And I'll do the best that I can with my spiritual abilities to, you know, avenge them, right? That's what Spirit wants me to talk about again. It cut this right here, guys. These are all the channel messages I've been messaging. It cut in half, and I pulled this off. And that cord was right here on top of this card, okay? So that's why I talked about that. I actually don't think I said that last time. I think I pulled that card out just because it was kind of heavy. And I was like crying as I was reading it before I came in front of you guys, so I didn't want to start crying in here, but I'm getting stronger to deal with this stuff. All right. So yeah, I may be talking to a lot of martial artists out there as well. Or this may be something that you need to do, right? Start doing martial arts. Trying to make it so you guys can see better. I think that's a little better. And these are just things that I do to, you know, pass the time, to help help my life go by, sports, things like that. You can't just get stuck into this negative energy, right? We're human, so we have to find those pastimes that help us remain human, right? We're a little bit stronger than regular humans, being chosen ones. God kind of makes us pretty much angels in human form, right? But you know, practically, right, logically, we have to um, give our minds a break, give our souls a break, right? Give your body a break, right? You can't just keep going to the gym, keep going to the gym. You got to take those days off. So there's a psychic that I watch as well. Her name is Margot Bettner, and she looks like Jennifer Aniston a little bit. Like she could be related to Jennifer Aniston. So I was called to talk about her because I remember I had that dream about Jennifer Aniston and Robert Downey Jr. Right, and I saw her. I saw her reading the next day. All right. 2626 may resonate with you guys. And the last 26 that I made kind of looked like an eye, so I just went ahead and wrote a little pupil in there as well. 2626 may resonate with you guys. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, you may be dreaming of the future in this time. Maybe the near future. I've been dreaming of the near future, okay? One morning I dreamed that I woke up at 10 a.m. and I looked at my alarm clock, but there was no alarm clock for 10 a.m. And then I woke up at 10 a.m. On the dot, okay? So very psychic stuff going on. And I click that one again, so something about 10 as well, right? 10, 1000 may resonate. Okay, about 2 weeks after I started dating my ex, a kidnap attempt was made on her in the Walmart parking lot, guys. So I thought that was weird. Now she said it's happened to her before or something like that, and I believe her because she was like, she seemed believable, okay, and like I didn't see it, but she had like said a whole police report about it, and she said it was two men in a white van with black masks and all black on, and a white van with blacked out windows. Okay, and that night there was a box of women's clothes in the parking lot, like not too far from where she drove. So I thought that was weird too. I took pictures of that and sent that to her and said, "Hey, do you think this has anything to do, or like are they trying to like put it in our face now about like this human trafficking stuff?" Because that's what she was thinking too. It's probably some human trafficking. They were gonna get her and then sell her. That's what these people are doing. So 3 spears with hidden Egyptian codes inside those 3 pillars, right? So this is from that dream that I had, okay, guys? So I took that meaning as these, excuse me. Excuse me, confirmation, guys. Okay, so these 3 holy books that I have up here, I have the Torah, the Bible, and the Quran, okay? So I started thinking of that as pillars. Okay, I grew up in Islam and I remember the pillars of Islam, right? But I'm thinking of all 3 of these as pillars now because in my dream, I cut into 3 pillars and then I cut into 3 spears that were inside those pillars. Okay, and I was getting ancient knowledge, ancient codes, and taking pictures of the blueprints. Okay. So in that dream, I was kind of just psychoanalyzing that dream and interpreting that dream, right, spiritually as well. Okay, I wrote Robert Downey Jr.'s name as Robbers Downey because he told those people, he told the Egyptian guards that were looking for me that his clones had stole it, right? or not stole it, but the clones have broke into those pillars and got those codes out. So he didn't get in trouble and his clone didn't get in trouble, because basically they just looked at it as clone malfunctioning, right? Now this is ancient Egypt, by the way. So in ancient Egypt, there's clones, there's technology. I'm taking pictures, right? So there's ancient technology involved, okay? So in that dream, Robbers Downing Jr., I think I forgot that T, right? I did forget that T, and that S shouldn't have been there, okay? So that's also significant now I think about it. So like plural, right? But the T, I think that resonates as Christ, right? Christ consciousness, okay? So Robert Downing Jr., the T may resonate as technology as well. I forgot about that. I put that right there. Okay, so T is technology, right? Ancient technology. Okay, ancient technology. The T also may signify a cross, right? Cross is a Christ consciousness. Okay, technology. We got some confirmation going on. Sounds like something really loud blowing by. Sounded like an aircraft. Okay, technology. Okay, the robot. Okay. Sorry. Robert said his clone broke into the pillars to take the blame off of me, right? A clone in ancient Egypt is also ancient technology, right? Let's go on top of martial arts. Okay. The three spears and pillars dream could resonate as to how I read the Torah, Bible, and Quran, and then I went deeper into them by pulling the angel numbers out of them. Remember, I got those codes out for you guys, the angel numbers from the pages that I read, okay? The same way I cut into the three pillars, then cut into the spears, gaining deeper knowledge each time, right? So this is what I went ahead and did for you guys, for myself and you guys, okay? For the whole collective, everyone is chosen ones, okay? We'll go for the Torah first, because that's what I wrote first. That was in chronological order, apparent, as far as they say in history, as history goes, right? So 1133 is what I pulled from the Torah, right? So we're gonna look at that as an ancient code, all right? Like I'm basically digging into these pillars, right? And I'm receiving knowledge, right? The blueprints. You are the architect, okay? That's what 1133. This is the information that I got from this, okay? And the big picture, right? Trust your inner voice. Action. Use your voice. Like I'm telling you guys, I've been called to get on that mic. I can't wait on my family anymore to give me my mic and my equipment. I had to go out and go get my own today. Okay? Release fear. Focus on how. Okay? And stay positive. All right? Okay, 25:11. I pulled from the Bible. Right? Okay, 25:11. A pivot is approaching. Thoughts create reality. Okay, a pivot is approaching. Thoughts create reality. Okay, your thoughts are creating reality, so stay positive. Just like the last one for the Torah, right? Let me keep this turned over. Right, stay positive. Trust your gut over logic. Okay, when you see this number, stay flexible. Audit your circles. Right, who do you have around you? Meditate on intentions. When I saw that it was saying like, hey, just take 5 minutes to say, hey, where do I want to be in 6 months, right? Simple. It's going on top of 2026 or 26, but you can look at that as 26, right? 2026, all right? All right, what I pulled from the Quran, okay, I got 18, the number 18, and I got the number 256 from that page, just one page, okay? So from the Quran, remember that was the last one that I read. Endings and beginnings, material success. Okay, that's 18. Trust, okay, from 256, I'm sorry, trust the process. That's also for 18, okay? Sorry. All right, 256, 2 equals balance. 5 equals change. 6 equals home provision, okay? Finances, expect a positive shift in your finances, okay? When you see this number 256, right? And 18 together. Mindset, stop worrying about how. We just saw that, right? Now, I think it did say focus on the how too, but focusing on the how, right? It does say in the Torah, focus on the how, but it doesn't say to worry about the how, right? So you can focus on the how, right? That's just how this one right here said, meditate on intentions. But when you meditate, you're not worrying, right? Because if you're meditating and worrying, it's just worrying, right? So stay positive on it, and that's how you're going to find the way, the blueprint, right? Okay. Action, let go of old habits, okay? And the last three things it said, declutter, 1, 2, plan, and 3, stay open. I think that can resonate as staying open-minded, right? But yeah, I had to go ahead and get that out the way because when I shuffled these, the Rider-Waite, it blew these channel readings up. So I was like, hey, maybe Spirit wants me to go do this first, do the channel reading first. Okay. So if you guys can get anything out of that, if you need to rewind it, go back to those angel numbers and decode, get those codes, right? Just how I dug deeper into the pillars and I dug deeper into the spears. Knowledge can be looked at as a weapon too, right? Wisdom is a weapon. Intelligence is a weapon, right? Fight with your mind before you fight physically. Okay, I learned that from one of the best Krav Maga teachers in the world. All right. Let's see what we got. I'm just gonna pull one from this for today. Oh man, we got Queen of Pentacles upside down, yo. Okay, so we've already went off of this before. Okay, I can come back to you guys and get the actual Google meaning, but we can just alchemize this, right? Just from our brains, right? We don't need AI for everything, okay? No, but first thing that I see though that I didn't see the first time, I think just because I am looking for negative things, is the red ruffs on her face and her hands. Okay, not all the characters are red like that. Okay, she looks very red. Red ruffs, been through it, pain. Okay, so you may have a lot of pent up pain that has got you, and she looks a lot more, she looks actually sad today. Instead of focusing on this pentacle, to me she's looking sad, she's looking down. Okay, and I think it's just because it's upside down and I'm looking for negative things. But if anyone out there is thinking like that, this is exactly how we're going to go ahead and alchemize this today. Okay, first off, there's a huge gold pinnacle in her hand. Okay, so why is she looking down and looking sad? Because she's not focusing on that gold pinnacle. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to alchemize this right out the back, okay? Real swiftly, okay? Focus on what's in front of you, okay? Especially the beautiful things in life, okay? Don't be looking down. Don't be sad. Don't let nothing keep you down, okay? The things that you've been through, these red roughs, let that make you stronger, okay? You learn, you process from the past, okay? We were talking about that in the last reading. Okay, so look what you got in front of you. Now, she's not looking so sad anymore now. Okay, now that we turned it upside down, she's got a gold crown on. She's sitting on a throne. Got a beautiful life. Okay, she may still be just sitting alone and reconciling, right, thinking about something, but she's got a big, beautiful pinnacle in her hand, and it's gold star. Okay, and I'm hearing potential again. Okay, so yeah, keep your head up, and if you are looking down, look at the beautiful things. Okay, we were talking about that in the last reading. Keanu Reeves was looking down. You can be looking down at a really cool insect. You could be looking down at a really beautiful butterfly, right? At a really beautiful flower. She's got flowers down there, right? Vegetation, rabbits are running around, right? Right, beautiful life, okay? So focus on the beauty in life, okay? Don't let the pain from the past hold you back, okay? Let that make you stronger. Let that make you become the queen that she's become, right? All right, y'all. Let's move on. All right, we alchemize that, going on with on positivity, okay? And those DC cards are coming in soon, guys. That should be here tomorrow. So if I do a reading tomorrow, we'll definitely be going on the DC cards. I may be pulling less from the pop art and these other cards because I really want to dig into the DC cards. That might actually have me here longer doing tarot readings, honestly, just from the straight tarot cards, just so I can see all the super symbols in there. And they're just really cool to see how they come up as tarot cards, you know. I'm pretty sure the Fool will be the Joker. If it's not, I'm gonna be like kind of disappointed. I think it's his girlfriend though. Now that I think about it, the Fool is not even the Joker, so he might be the devil or something. We'll see. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got. So we got the Tower. Okay, y'all. So the Tower isn't always bad. We got it on the upright too. So right. So let's just go ahead and go off what we see here before I read. Okay. So the Tower is like the Death card, right? It's a new beginning. It's something is ending, but for the better. Okay. I'm also seeing this, seeing a red Egyptian eye. We got one right behind us, a green Eye of Horus behind us as well. Confirmation. Okay, so you're still somebody that's very knowledgeable, okay, very wise, okay, and your wisdom, for what I'm seeing, it's red, and it's also got like this electricity, this lightning behind it as well, if you see it. And what I'm seeing is your wisdom is your knowledge is a weapon. Okay. Especially with the Tower upright. And I don't know if I may be reading it wrong with having Tower written upright, or if it's upside down is a good sign, but right, I'm still learning as well. But this is what I'm seeing as a psychic though. Okay. I'm seeing your knowledge and your wisdom is a weapon. People fear your knowledge and your wisdom. Okay. And it creates towers. That's what I'm seeing. I think all the chosen ones, we can all say we've been through so much during the year of the snake, right? That another tower isn't going to affect us. We're not going to be afraid when we see a tower, right? We've been through it so many times last year, right? And my hand just twitched too just then. Confirmation, right? So we're not fearing a tower. Tower is good news. That, what comes after an ending, a beautiful new beginning, right? So yeah, your knowledge is feared though, for sure. You have that esoteric knowledge, that wisdom that people are afraid of because they don't understand it. Okay. The Tower, all right? Breakup, the end of fragile relationships, a profound shift in how you receive love, unexpected job loss, significant disruptions at work, workplace turmoil, financial setbacks. Okay, let's see if we get any better news from the outside, because I literally just alchemized that. I probably should have read it first, because I alchemized it the way I said it. Our knowledge, we see these coming. We see the towers coming already, right? And sometimes you don't, but we know what's up when it happens, right? We know what to do. If that linebacker's in your face, you know to either get down or try to slip, right? Slip out of his grasp. You know what his abilities are. If you're in the ring with someone, you know what you can and can't do. Right? Don't go in the corner if you know this dude is really strong and he's gonna push you outside of the ring, right? Or he's gonna keep you in that corner, right? Pull him to the corner, pull him to the ropes when you know they're overzealous and they're overconfident or over offensive, right? I don't know why we can't come up with that word right now. Over aggressive, right? That's really resonating here for some reason. Okay. All right, so upside down, making necessary adjustments in your relationship, leaving a fragile relationship behind, navigating layoffs, avoiding risks in your career, surviving financial difficulties, okay? So yeah, turning the Tower upside down, that's when you're starting to see the blessings within it, okay? So that's what we've done. We've alchemized the Tower, all right? Okay, I'm gonna pull one more. Balance, we keep getting balance out of this big old deck, y'all. So we're very balanced, okay, this collective. We're very balanced in life, okay? The coin, the money's coming in, we're balancing the money correctly. And like I said before, I see that too, where I see a partnership, okay? This could be relationship, this could be business, this could be life, just a friend, right? but you're balancing with them, or someone's coming in. You're balancing relationships. You're balancing, work, life, love, all that. Okay, with your fingers. He's not using two hands. He's balancing with fingers. Like this is a DC superhero. Like he's actually like just using telekinesis, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and read it again, guys. Balance, okay? Balancing love, work, and family. Adapting to changes in your relationship. Managing multiple work projects. Managing tight finances. Prioritizing bills, okay? You guys are doing great with that. All right, y'all. This really matches. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is, okay? It's a beautiful pull right here, okay? The way we alchemize what we need to alchemize. And then we got balance at the end. I'm gonna leave it like that. All right. Let's move on to the Keanu deck. And tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna if I come to a reading with you guys tomorrow, if I don't get too caught up with my songs, we're definitely gonna be pulling from that DC deck. All right. Let's see what type of superheroes we got in there, and see what type of cards we pull, what type of energy we're working with. All right. I think those will be easier for me to read too, even though I am getting better at reading these. Okay, try it. Okay, so try to balance. Okay, so the way this looks to me is you need to try to balance your work life, love life, friendships, right? Try to balance everything within, okay? That's just like I'm saying, hey, I need to work on my music. I didn't think I was going to be able to do a reading today, but I already missed yesterday. So I was like, hey, let me go ahead and get on, right? And I'm getting cold right now, right? So that could be another confirmation. My fingers are feeling cold all of a sudden. But yeah, try it, right? And he's balancing with those fingers, right? Using those fingers. So fingers are fingers may resonate, okay? Are being cold, okay? Don't get cold feet. Relationships and business deals, with friendships, balance them, right? Everything is one. That's how you do that. You have to see everything as being one, okay? Don't get so lost in the job, in the workplace, and in the money and the bills that you're forgetting who's there, right? Who's there for you. All right. All right, we got be thoughtful, okay? So I was just talking about that, right? Don't forget who's there for you, okay? Who's got your back, who's been supporting you, right? Give the favors back. Make sure you're participating in the laws of karma and the laws of physics, right? What goes up must go down, right? Don't go against the laws of nature like that, okay? Make sure you're giving back. I don't know why I'm getting that energy. Make sure you're giving back what was given. Okay, right? Donations, things like that, right? Don't go too crazy, but when you're called to do something, right? Give back to the community, whatever, But be thoughtful and try. Be thoughtful of the relationships in your life. Okay. I don't think we've ever really gotten that card before. I think we've gotten try a few times, but be thoughtful of who's in your life, right? And Try to be there for them, like they were there for you, right? Or they are there for you at this time, right? After the year of the snake, you really found out who's there, who's who, right? Who's who in the zoo. And I was just balancing that, as I said, zoo, but kind of like circus. I was getting from there. Okay, people may view you as a circus show, maybe view your talents and everything you do as just entertainment for them, right? But God gave you that power. Okay, so God views you as a secret weapon, his everything. That's what I'm getting when I think about it, right? But yeah, going back over this, guys, right? Strength, okay? You're someone that's not just physically strong. You have inner strength. You're strong. Your strength comes from within, okay? And she's closing that lion's jaws, okay? When I read it, that's what it was saying. She's not just playing with him, she's closing his jaws. So that means she's taming a beast, okay? And that can be looked at as within, right? You may tame ferocious beast. I was saying that in the last one. You may be have a really good connection with ferocious animals and creatures, and like you may literally like be someone that works in a zoo, and you get along with like lions and stuff like that, right? Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, we got this upside down. Make sure you're cherishing the little things and the big things, really, right? It's a big old gold pentacle in her hand, right? So focus on it, right? Focus on the beauty in life, and learn from this, right? This lion isn't. This lion's been through that too. Those red roughs and the scrapes, right? But look at him. He's having a ball. He's still loving life. He's been through the wars. He's been through the battles, but it made him stronger, right? Be like a lion. Learn from the animals, right? Okay, the Tower. We got this one here, upside right, and then we went in and alchemized it, turn it upside down. But don't forget what we saw even when we had it upright, and it was giving us that bad news, right? Your knowledge is very feared. Okay, respect yourself, respect your knowledge, because others are respect and fear it. Okay, you're balancing. We've got this card a lot. You're balancing relationships, you're balancing bills. And if you're not, you just got this confirmation here that this is what you need to be doing, right? Just try. That's all we can do as humans, try, right? If you're not, try, right? And every time you fail, it's just trial and error for you to get better. Keep processing that information and be thoughtful, okay? Of the ones that are in your corner, right? Of yourself, self-love, of other ones around you, right? But yeah, guys, we're gonna call it short a little bit just so I can get back into my music. I haven't even set up my equipment yet. I had to go and buy a whole new set because I wasn't able to get it for my family in time, and I don't want to wait because something tells me they're gonna make that a drawn out conclusion. Okay, so I went ahead and got my music and my equipment, and I gotta set all that up tonight, and then I'm probably just gonna get some rest, and then so I can get everything done tomorrow. Get back to you guys with the reading. And I got hot in here. But get back to you guys with the reading and try to get some music done. At least try to get back on that mic and get some singing and see how everything sounds, because I haven't been on the mic in like 2 years, other than when I went to the studio about 3 weeks ago, and I just was really nervous too, so like my voice was shaking, and so I really actually like the comfortability of just recording on my own anyways, right? But yeah, just saying that just on this channel, just because that's something that you guys can resonate to too, right? You guys need to be making sure you're staying on your whatever spirit's nudging you to be doing right now, whatever you're creative on, I'm getting acting for someone out here that might be watching me, whatever you do, right? Sales, do it, right? Do it with all you got, and balance, right? Like how I'm doing now, I'm getting on here for the reading, then I'm about to get back on my music, right? So y'all keep it up out there. I appreciate y'all for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe if anything resonated, and y'all have a blessed night. All right, later.